It's in my blood. It's in my blood. This one is in my blood.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dacian. Tenacious, energetic, awesome, charismatic, humble, empathetic, resilient, sophisticated, touching everyone amicably, changing hearts every single day, regardless of the situations. Teachers, remember, you are of value. You are valuable and you are valued. Be encouraged. Oh my, I'm getting a message. Let me see what's happening on my phone. Burnt out or time out? To whom it may concern. Greetings and salutations, manners and respect in this modern. I have a burning issue I need clarity on. Are public teachers employed 24/7, 365 and a quarter long? To the PM, MP, Minister, Permanent Secretary and all in authority, can you seriously address this issue for me, please, with alacrity? JTA, JTC, and all ruling bodies, what are your views on the teaching fraternity? Every day of our lives is a working day. Even when break comes, John Public think it's an holiday. Little do they know that we do more paperwork than pulp paper factory. Some like me pray to win even though we don't buy lottery. No man, this needs some serious discussion. I am advocating for a solution. Have you ever heard about burnt out? Oh, you don't study HR, so maybe you have no idea what I'm talking about. Stop and think about it in reality. Teachers need time to recoup with family. Some marriages are on the rocks, and some of these teachers don't even have a chill spot or block. Some husbands have gone going astray because when the cat's away, the mouse will play. Why are there so many broken marriages and so many having to carry many baggages? Yes, too much stress, and it's not at you stress. It's way gone to distress. So many homes are genuinely in a mess. Yet, the teachers are forced to give of their best to society. And when this is not done, everybody blames teacher quality. There is an old song with a line that speaks reality. Happy family, happy home, happy community, and happy society. So, does it need a rocket scientist to figure out the problem in our society? It all comes back to the home and the quality. Crime can be fixed and the solution is not more finance. Stop and fix the homes and make them happy, free up romance. When everybody is happy, it gives a ripple effect. No one has time to get upset. Let's eliminate the suspect. Big company like LinkedIn gave employees week off. To avoid burnt out, they thought of employees' well-being. Hats off. Many more companies need to follow suit, especially teaching where those are impacting the youths. A rested teacher can impact more lives than a burnt-out teacher trying to survive. Why doing psychosocial sessions on self-care? Then send us home with tons of paperwork as if you're unaware. SOS, someone please see the signs and adhere to the warnings. This is not normal time. It is a pandemic. Please exercise your caring. Most administration haven't a clue to what it takes for online teaching. It takes more out of you than regular face-to-face reaching. I love my job, don't get it wrong. But really and truly, I'm tired of singing the same sad song. Give teachers a break before they get more broken. They are essential even though they are not among those chosen. Many work for years and retire below the poverty line. Some cannot go into hotels with their family as they have a mind. If they are not blessed with a very good partner, they wait for when their school is going and room with another teacher. The profession really need a facelift. We are supposed to be the educated. The value we put now on education will in the long run determine which sector gets the most in the budget as a nation. It is never too late for a shower rain. All I am asking is for teachers to be relieved from so much pain. Please look into getting wellness breaks to rejuvenate and mend our families for Jesus' sake. To the powers that be, please see this as an urgent plea. I would love to play my role in achieving Vision 2030, but as it is now, and how overwhelmed I am, it looks like a vision very imaginary. God is good and sent us back to basics even in COVID. Many of us has found our niche and some even got branded. Look how now the tables have been shifted. Now instead of schools, the homes are affected. Heal the world, especially the teaching profession. JTA, your conference was a great.
Watch this video about teacher. Just tell me about how this video really inspired you.
Or what inspired me to write that.
Yes.
Well, honestly, it came out of us getting Easter break, and after getting Easter break, a list came out of the things that were due to come back, and I was saying, we're just coming out of psychosocial sessions where we are to do self-care and rest. So if we're to do self-care and rest, how can then these things be asked of us?
Yes.
So I just laid there and I was talking to God, because me and God reason very often, you know. So me I reason with God, and when me I read, once I start hear the ideas them a flow, I know I must grab my equipment.
Yes.
So I grabbed my equipment, and in less than maybe say 15 minutes, it was written.
Wow.
And then that was written the 5th of April. And then the 6th and 7th of April, JT had a conference.
Yes.
And after I listened to the conference, I went back and added the last 2 stanzas of that poem after listening to the conference.
Yes. Powerful. You are such an inspiration. And let me just ask you, so where do you see yourself going with your writings?
Honestly, I would like my writings to be shared, either published in a book format or just find a method, a format that persons who are going through stuff, because they're poems of inspiration, they're given to me by God. So there is somebody who might be going through who can benefit from an upliftment, who can benefit from an encouragement, because that is the aim of it. When the Lord allows me to write, He always shows me how it can tie into some Bible passage or something from the Bible, so somebody can get to learn about God through my poetry.
Okay. God is good. But there's some other things that you do.
Some other things that I do, I write tributes and eulogies. I don't have to know the persons.
Okay.
Like you would have heard in the previous one. I
Yes.
don't know the lady, and I got just like about 5 things about the lady, and I gave you a very, lengthy thing. So it just inspires me, and writing inspires me. So if I'm going to write, I look forward to
You're
writing.
doing it as a job now where you get paid.
No, I'm never ever paid for my writings.
Okay.
Never. It's always either a friend or something. But I hope one day, though, someday,
Yes.
that I can benefit from my work, because that's intellectual property. Come
Yes.
on, that pays.
Okay, true.
And poems about persons. Like, for example, if it's your birthday, Julian, and the Lord, if I think about it, the Lord will allow me to write. And for teachers' sake.
So you say you never write anything for my birthday?
No,
My
I
birthday
never
was
did.
like 2 days ago.
No, I never did, Julian, because the Lord never tell me. That's
Oh.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
The Lord has to tell
So
me.
God, you never remember me with
No,
stuff
not
feed.
then. Not then. You
Yes.
see? You have to remember, it's timing,
It's all about
It's
the
good
timing.
and perfect,
Yes.
So maybe that's not the birthday to get it for.
All right.
You understand?
Maybe it's the wedding.
Maybe.
Hey!
You get the point I make it.
Yes.
Because
I don't go writing because I can write. If the Lord doesn't inspire it, I don't
So
go
it's an
doing it.
inspiration
It's an inspiration
from God.
From God.
And
I
then you
listen
get
to
your
Him.
device.
Amen.
And you start to
And I
write.
go write. Yes.
Okay.
So I can't leave. If you come into my home, everywhere that I will go, if you go into the bathroom, there's a jar with pen, paper, everything.
Yes.
Into the room, it's the same thing. Anywhere I go, I have to have things because I have to jot down. If I don't, I'm gonna lose it. And when I lose it, it never usually comes back. So that's why I know when the Lord is speaking, you better record.
Yes.
So I keep the phone and I quickly learn how to capture some of those moments. And you know, I probably learned that from Slim Shady. I don't know how many persons know Eminem. And I remember listening to an interview with him, and he says he writes little things on paper and he keeps those papers into maybe a container. And when he's ready to develop his music, he would go back, take his paper and then the idea, and then he would write. So I
Yes.
kind of learn and understand what he meant by that.
Yes.
Because sometimes when I look back and I look back at even some of the writing, I'm like, God.
Oh Lord.
And that only could, to be honest with you, I believe that only could come from God because I've been only just a 3 in CXC English. Who the hell allows me to write like that?
Well, I have a 3 too.
No,
so
who allows
problem.
me to write that way? And I look at it and I said, God does not call the qualified. God qualifies who He calls.
Wow.
And that's what the Lord told me when I questioned Him. Because when I write, it doesn't take any ordinary brain to understand what the metaphors
Yes.
that comes out. So I said, God, that has to be coming from you. And when He told me, He doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies who He called.
Yes.
And when I was there in a discussion with him, and when I look at him and him say, you don't even need a master's, so what I'm gonna have you do. I'm gonna say, really? Him say, masters, those things are accolades, those are self-actualization.
Yes.
He told me, you're already self-actualized.
Yes.
So you don't even need that. Those things are accolades and they don't mean anything to me. The work I'm gonna have you do for me, those things will not even count. And I know that God is not man to lie. So there's nothing that God says that is a lie. And I look at it and I remember last school year, at the end of the school year, the appraisal I got. Oh Lord, my God, when I saw it, I stood there, I trembled. I said I worked the hardest and I got the worst appraisal. How could this be?
Yes.
And I remember, I wrote on the paper, and what I wrote, when I went home, I saw this post in the same group that the lady has, and the post said, everybody has a payday, and whatever you do, it's gonna come back. And I remember I said, God, if I'd seen this 2 minutes ago, I would have just signed and left it, because for everything that is done in benediction, it's gonna come back.
Yes.
And be that as it is. That was like September, October, I was called. Last March, when COVID came, I wasn't able to teach online because I never had a device. My daughter had a tablet and it wasn't working, and them say passing christening picnic for us.
Yes.
My husband took my laptop and gave that child, and so I was out of a device. I could not do online teaching. So many of the things I hear my colleagues talking about and what they were doing, I was in the loop, but that wasn't it. When I hit October,
Yes.
nobody knew that I was just eating online. You know what happened to me? I was called by my EO to say do a demo lesson. And after I did the demo lesson, that's it. I am a content preparer and a content presenter on TDJ Online.
Wow.
Even with a terrible appraisal.
Yes.
So I'm saying when God has a plan, it no matter what man do,
Yes.
God plan I go supersede that.
Wow.
God plan I go supersede that. And that nobody can tell I wasn't teaching online, because when I hit, teaching is just innate.
Yes.
Teachers College didn't make me into a teacher.
No.
God made me into that. God created this being for a purpose. And so I am walking into purpose. So when the Lord tells me those things you don't need, those things are for show, those things are accolades, they don't have any place in my kingdom. He says, And to be honest with you, when the Holy Ghost teaching, you're
You're
brighter
well
than
taught.
you're brighter than when you got
You
university.
are well
I
taught.
can tell you that.
Yes.
I know supervise people with masters, and it's like when you look at it, you say, "Oh my God." That's why I'm never ever frightened for persons with anything in life. I don't know how they come by it. I don't know what they do to get it. But I just stay in the course that the Lord have me and do what the Lord will have me to do, which is always greatness.
Okay, ma'am. So if you should leave teaching, what would you do?
If I should leave teaching, I am an HR trained. I have a degree in HR, so I'm a human resource manager really, and I like that. I like the whole HR aspect. I like the training aspect of HR.
Yes.
So I would go around and I would train persons, especially teachers. And the teachers I would train are the young ones coming out of teachers college. I would mentor them and train them to be effective teachers, looking at the things I did wrong and how things
Yes.
were, and to get them to be effective teachers, because I believe if we get effective teachers and we can reach the mass, I think, as the poem would say, if we fix teaching and fix the homes, would spend less money would be spent on security.
Yes, that's
We
true.
wouldn't have to be fighting so much crime if we affect the children positively. It
That
would be
is
white
true.
collar crime that would fight.
That is so true. Oh my God. I feel so inspired. Everything that is now, all the positive. I feel it. So I'm going to go ahead and ask, what is your dream or what is your aspiration?
All right, what the Lord is showing me, or what has always been my thing, coming out of the abusive childhood,
Yes.
is to own a boarding school for primary age children, where I can take them, care for them, educate them, nurture them, and then give them back to their children, to the parents at
Yes.
times, because sometimes strangers don't hurt children. It's always persons who
Closest to
know
them.
close to children that hurt them. And I don't like to see children being hurt.
Yes.
I just don't like it. I just have a thing for children right here, that I believe the Lord just give me that compassion and that care for youths. That is what propelled me into becoming a member of Kiwanis. I was in Key Club in high school. Then I went on to Circle K in college. I was president of Circle K. And I came out and I drifted. But the K was still in me, that thing.
Yeah.
And last year I did more care packages out of pocket. Care packages for parents and children, just to help the needy children. And then I looked at it and I said, God, then if I'm doing this, why not get into an organization that does it? And so I saw it and I became a member of that Kiwanis Club of Central Portmore. And believe you me, it's like the best thing that I've ever done. God has been just so awesome, and it's doing some things that now I just sit back and I watch him. I'm now superintendent of Sunday school in my
Your
church,
church? Okay.
yes. And now, in the Kiwanis, I see where there is hope for moving up, but in time we'll speak about that. So we'll leave that one for another time. But God is good.
Wow. Stephanie, thank you so much for sitting with me and sharing your story. And I'm sure that persons will be encouraged, especially those who have a past and they think that the past is what determines their future. But today, when we are, and I know that you have passed your past and you did not do it by yourself. God, God was with you. And I just want you to just encourage someone who is lost and seeking that safe heaven. Just in less than 1 minute, just let them know that Jesus is a way maker. He's a promise
As you
keeper.
say, seek it. It says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all other things will be added unto you. Unless we put Jesus at the center of our lives, then everything is just gonna be like a ship without a sail.
Yes.
God has to be the one that directs and guides, because the truth is everybody was born for a purpose, and
Yes.
until we find that purpose and live that purpose, we're just going along like nomads, just wandering, you know. So we need to find God and live our purpose.
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But before I end this video, I want to give a shout out to Exceptional Seafood Jamaica, because as I mentioned before, my birthday was on Saturday, and I got seafood boil, the large one from them, and trust me, I cannot stop talking about that seafood boil. So big up yourself, Exceptional Jamaica. Big up yourself, Jacette, Rosemary, Sophia, Vanessa, and Brenda, who made my birthday of having seafood boil a reality. Go ahead, like, share this video with everyone, all your families, all your friends, even your enemies. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to be notified when the next video comes out. Stephine, pick up yourself.
Socialist.
Social distance.
We have to respect the law of the land, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, on behalf of Stephine,
Yeah.
this is Jeline from Life with Jeline, and we're out of here.
It's in my blood, it's in my blood. This one is in my blood, yeah.